Alright, so it's too hot to work outside on any of my projects out there today, or right now. It's 94 here. So I'm going to make some salsa today. Got all my ingredients here. Got some homemade tomatoes from Bradley County. Some homegrown serrano peppers, I think is what they're called. Some jalapenos, some red onion, some garlic, and some cilantro. I'm going to add a little salt too. And today I'm going to try to make it a little thicker than normal. Normally my stuff comes out like this here, where it's more finely chopped. And I want to try to make it a little chunkier today. So I'm going to start cutting up some stuff, and I'll bring you back when I get everything cut up, at least for the first batch, and show you what I'm doing. So this is basically the start of our first batch. Just kind of cut everything up a little bit, and I'm gonna try and put, and I forgot to add lime. I added limes. So I'm gonna try to put all of this area in first, and then chop it up really good. Probably the garlic too. I may only go with half the garlic that I have peeled. This is very hard to peel garlic. I'm going to go with half the garlic, get all that finer, and then go in with my tomatoes next and just pulse them a little bit, and then see where I'm at there. Could always add more tomatoes. Probably going to have to add more tomatoes anyway, because they always take more than anything else. So I guess let's just go with it. I've already added one whole lime in, squeezed. So what we'll do now is add in this stuff, not the stem. Try to de-stem everything pepper-wise. And hopefully this ninja will chop through all this stuff and make it, I mean, I'm fine with this being more fine than the tomatoes. I just want my tomatoes to be chunkier than normal, because normally it's just smooth, and it's okay, it's very edible. It's just, I would prefer this. I would say that's a pretty good paste, if you will. Smells very fragrant. I smell garlic, so I'm not going to add any more garlic, I don't think. I'm going to add these tomatoes in, and we'll see where we're at then. I mean, I got plenty of tomatoes. I'd like to do 2 batches, and maybe get a better grip on my recipe for making them chunkier. I mean, I'm happy with how it tastes. The taste is good, but I want it to be more chunky. I'm going to add a little salt too now, because I don't want to add it in later. And I usually probably just go with maybe it's a teaspoon. I'm not a super huge salt fan. You eat salt with the chips, so I don't have to have my salsa being super salty. Man, that consistency looks pretty good to me. What I think I'm going to do is add in a few more tomatoes, and then that might be what we call first batch. This camera that I'm filming with has 5-minute intervals, so if it cuts out, all I'm doing is slicing up some more quarters, put in, and I'm just going to pulse them a little bit more, and then probably pull out batch 1 and give it a taste. Maybe one more decent size. I say decent, it's pretty small. One more. I like that. That looked a lot better consistency wise. Right. So let's pulse these down. pretty chunky. Let's pull out a jar. And set that guy aside. And see what it looks like in the jar. Oh yeah, that's way more chunkier, which is what I was going for. And I read you can also strain your juice, and it'll make it not as watery, which is maybe something I'll try next time. Because it tends to be kind of watery after it sits, which I'm okay with. I mix it up, and you know, since it's so smooth, it's already okay. But maybe out of record. So I'll bring. All right, so that's all the tomatoes we got left, and this is before I puree this batch. So hopefully it's enough tomatoes. I messed around and put that thing in too late. I don't mind how fine that stuff gets. Probably could have been okay with the onions being a little better consistency, because I like a little bit of onion in it too. I mean, there's plenty in there. Just the crunch of the onion, I guess you'd call it. But everything I had left went into this batch as far as extras go. And I think I may just wait. We're gonna pulse that a little bit and then add in that last batch of tomato, and that'll be what we got. That looks pretty good. I'll just run this last batch in, and then we'll divvy up what we got into some jars, and then I'll do a sample of both of them and see which one I like best. The second batch is more pepper in it, like jalapeno and serranos, a little more onion, not much. I think that's pretty good. I think that's a lot more like what I want out of it. So, maybe a little bit more chunky than I'd like, but I mean, it's easier to go one way than the other. So it's very easy to go over the amount. Sorry, my vacuum cleaner's running in the background. I'm just trying to make the world a better place. There's some bigger chunks in there than I'd like, but like I said, it's easier to go too much. Probably a little more than that. So this is batch 2. So we need to put 26 for the year, batch 2. And these are 26 batch 1. And we're not gonna can these like to preserve them because it just don't last long here. We eat the salsa, so we're just gonna refrigerate them, eat them, and then when they're gone, they're gone. So I'm gonna cut it off and give me another jar, fill it up, and then the rest of it I'll put in a bowl over there beside batch 1, and we'll sample it. Alright, so now it's time for the final verdict. This is the first batch, which I was at the bottom of the thing, so I don't think it's as chunky. It looked a lot better towards the top, but we'll give it a sample. Very good. Not spicy at all. It's very fresh tasting. And this is our second batch that had a lot more pepper in it. Oh, that one's got a little bite. Not terrible, but let's say I put 3 peppers in batch 1, probably, let's say 5. No, probably 2, and then 4 or 5. Batch 2 is definitely spicier. You can kind of even see that it's more green. It's definitely more pepper. Personally, I like real spicy, but my wife and daughter doesn't, so batch 1 will be really good for them. And I like batch 2. And that's very good though. And it's definitely, you can see it's more chunky. Usually there's no chunks like that in mine. It's usually very, very fine. I mean, this one's even got some chunks, so I would say that was a success. I don't really know what I'd do different. Like it's got, I mean, like salt. I don't like salt. The only thing I'd try next time is squeezing the water from the tomatoes to not have it as watery. But in that, this is pretty good. Thank y'all for watching.